do you start your morning or your workday? Maybe with a black drink, maybe with milk, maybe you don't even care as long as it works. At home, with lemon or sugar, you know both heroes of this story, coffee and tea. Today we will explore how they spread from different continents, how they saved some people and ruined others, and why they are still loved all over the world. Let's start with coffee. It all begins in Ethiopia, an Orthodox Christian country in Africa. According to legend, coffee was discovered in the 9th century by a goat herder named Kaldi. His goats ate some mysterious red berries and suddenly became extremely energetic. Kaldi brought the berries to a local monastery, and well, the rest is history. But back then, people in Ethiopia didn't drink coffee the way we do today. They actually ate the beans or mixed them with animal fat. They didn't roast them yet. In the 14th century, coffee crossed the Red Sea and arrived in Yemen. There people started brewing it as a drink, originally to stay awake during long prayer sessions. Eventually, it became popular with everyone and earned the nickname the Arabian wine because in Muslim culture, alcohol was forbidden, but coffee was a perfect alternative. For centuries, Yemen controlled the global coffee trade. They refused to sell unroasted beans to keep coffee growing exclusively in their region. But in the 16th century, the Ottoman Empire conquered Yemen and took over the coffee trade. Around this time, the first coffee houses appeared in Istanbul, and the job of royal coffee maker became an official court position. Coffee later made its way to Europe, first through Venice and then to Austria, during the siege of Vienna, when the Ottomans left behind bags of coffee beans. At first, Europeans saw coffee as an exotic curiosity. The church even tried to ban it, calling it the devil's drink because of its Islamic roots. But French King Louis XIV reportedly said, "Coffee is too good to leave to the Arabs." And that was it. Coffee officially became part of European culture. The Ottomans still controlled the coffee trade until the Dutch and the French managed to still leave coffee plants. The Dutch grew them in Amsterdam botanical gardens and later successfully planted them on the island of Java. Yes, that's where both the famous coffee and the programming language got their name. The French brought coffee to the Caribbean and eventually to Brazil, where the climate and unfortunately slave labor turned the country into the world's coffee superpower. Today, 1 in every 3 bags of coffee beans come from Brazil. But wait! This video is called Coffee and Tea, the story of global drinks. Where is tea? Let's go there. Around the 6th century, China already controlled the tea trade. At first, tea was used as medicine. The first major written work about tea, the Classic of Tea, was published in the 8th century by the poet Lu Yu. Over time, tea became a daily drink across China, first among the elite and later spreading to ordinary people. From there, tea reached neighboring countries like Korea and Japan, where tea ceremonies developed under the influence of Zen Buddhism. Everything stayed this way until the 17th century, when the British started to secretly grow tea in India to break China's monopoly. Britain even fought 2 open wars to force China to open up its markets. At the same time, the struggling East India Company made a huge comeback thanks to tea trading and the infamous Tea Act. This helped Britain rise as a global colonial power. Mass tea export to the American colonies led to the famous Boston Tea Party in 1773, a protest against high taxes that sparked an American Revolution. After that, tea became a symbol of British Empire, while coffee became the drink of freedom and independence in the United States. Meanwhile, tea was spreading across Russia and neighboring regions via the Old Tea Road trade route, starting in the 17th century. Tea became deeply rooted in their daily culture long before coffee became common there. So, why are both drinks still so popular today? The answer is pretty simple. They offer two very different experiences. Tea is about ritual, calmness, and sitting together with family or friends. Coffee is about energy, quick meetings, and getting things done. And that's the story. Hope you learned something new today. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe.